On October 13, 1917, in a small Portuguese village called Fatima, a crowd of nearly 70,000 gathered in the pouring rain. Farmers, soldiers, skeptics, priests, journalists, and families stood in the mud waiting. They had heard a promise that at noon, a miracle would take place. Some believed with all their hearts. Others came only to mock or expose what they thought was a hoax. But what happened next left tens of thousands in shock. Witnesses claimed the sun spun, changed colors, and even rushed toward the earth. Many fell to their knees, crying and praying. Was this a divine miracle, an unexplained natural event, or perhaps one of the greatest mysteries of the 20th century? To understand this event, we need to step back. The year was 1917. World War I raged across Europe, bringing death and despair. In rural Portugal, 3 shepherd children, Lucia dos Santos, just 10 years old, and her cousins Francisco and Jacinta Mardo, ages 9 and 7, claimed to see visions of a mysterious radiant woman, brighter than the sun. She appeared 6 times between May and October, urging prayer, repentance, and devotion. Most people didn't believe them. Many accused the children of lying. But the lady made one extraordinary promise on October 13th. She would perform a miracle so great that everyone would believe. Each month leading up to October, the children said the lady appeared. At first, small groups gathered, then hundreds. By September, thousands. Some were hopeful, others mocked. Newspapers fueled the frenzy, with skeptical journalists eager to prove the children wrong. The local government even arrested and threatened the children, worried the gatherings would cause unrest. Yet the children never wavered. They repeated the lady's words on October 13th. At noon, there would be a great sign. October 13th arrived stormy and wet. Pilgrims traveled for miles, some barefoot, some carrying rosaries and candles. Many came out of desperation, others out of curiosity. Estimates say 70,000 filled the muddy field of Cova area. The rain poured relentlessly. Umbrellas dotted the crowd. At noon, the children pointed upward. Suddenly, the rain stopped. Clouds parted, and the sun appeared as a glowing disk. Then, according to countless witnesses, it began to spin. It radiated brilliant colors, yellow, red, blue, violet, shimmering across the sky. Some saw the sun zigzagged, plunging toward the earth, before retreating again. The crowd screamed, cried, and prayed. Some thought the world was ending. Others shouted for mercy. And then, as quickly as it began, it was over. The sun returned to its normal state. People looked down in disbelief. Their soaked clothes were suddenly dry, as was the muddy ground. Journalists who had come to mock found themselves writing detailed accounts of the spectacle. Even the skeptical Lisbon newspaper, O Século, reported the strange phenomenon on its front page the next day. The so-called miracle of the sun became one of the most discussed events of the century. Believers saw it as proof of divine intervention during a time of war. Skeptics struggled to explain it, suggesting optical illusions, atmospheric phenomena, or mass hysteria. Yet the sheer scale, tens of thousands witnessing something extraordinary, remained hard to dismiss. Over time, Fatima became one of the world's most important pilgrimage sites. The Catholic Church, after careful study, eventually declared the apparitions worthy of belief, though not obligatory for all Catholics. So what really happened? Scientists point to rare natural explanations, like unusual cloud refractions or retinal effects from staring at the sun. Psychologists suggest mass suggestion. People expected a miracle, and their minds created one. Yet others argue that skeptics, atheists, and journalists, all with no reason to believe, reported seeing the same thing. For the faithful, the answer is clear: it was a miracle. For others, it remains an unsolved mystery. More than a century later, millions still travel to Fatima each year. The story of October 13, 1917, continues to inspire wonder and debate. Was it truly a message from heaven, or a remarkable natural event amplified by human faith and fear? That is for each of us to decide. So, what do you believe happened that day in Fatima? Was it science, psychology, or the hand of God? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this journey into history's mysteries, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss the next story.